Welcome to Farrier TV. I'm your host and friendly farrier Charles, and today we'll be discussing the importance of setting up a good facility before you buy a horse. If you want to learn more about an ideal facility for horse ownership that'll help you achieve the best results, then keep watching. Welcome back, and thank you for tuning into this episode. Today we're going to be discussing the parts of an ideal horse facility. Horses are majestic creatures that can make amazing companions. They can help you see hidden parts of nature and take you on amazing adventures through the wilderness. However, horses require much more than the average household pet like a dog or a cat. Horses require room to run and exercise, a space to train and help build the bond between horse and human, and most importantly, a lot of our time. The time we spend with our horses can have an amazing benefit for us and the horse. Sadly though, in most cases, horses are bought impulsively with very little knowledge on how to properly care for them. Many end up being neglected or left untrained and sold with behavioral issues to those who don't know what they're doing and getting themselves into. Part of this neglect comes from ignorance on the part of the owner, and part comes from not having a good setup that was built with efficiency and safety in mind to do the job necessary of training a horse. We want to help you by discussing each part of what we feel makes the ideal facility. This by no means is the only type of facility to build, and there are a variety of things you can include on your own, but it has, in our opinion, everything needed to be a successful horse owner. So let's get into the 6 things that make the ideal facility. Number 1, a stall with covering. Just like other animals need shelter, so does a horse. A stall with covering will include a partial covering that can be turned into a closed box stall in an area outside where the horse can spread its legs. The reason we included a covering that can be turned into a makeshift box stall is because there are going to be times that we need to keep our horses out of environmental conditions that can cause feet problems. In addition, there may come a time when our horse receives medical treatment where it'll have to be confined to heal, and we may also need a dry environment. If we can include a cement flooring, it's much easier to keep clean. There are many shelter options available online or in stores. You can also build your own shelter if you're a decent woodworker or welder. Find something that works best for you and for your budget. Number 2 is a round pen. A round pen is a great tool to have that provides a space for you to train your horse in a safe and controlled environment. There may be times when you have to train a horse that has learned to bully people or run people over. The last thing you want to do in that situation is have hazards around that could hurt you or the horse. This is where an empty round pen with good footing comes into play. In a later video, we will discuss good footing and how to use the round pen. Number 3 is an arena. Much like a round pen, an arena is an integral part of your training. In the arena, you can warm up your horse, exercise, work on groundwork, and work in the saddle, but with much more space than a round pen. Many people spend a large portion of time riding in arenas to get their horse into shape, or even for horse events. Again, we'll go into more of that later in later videos. Number 4 is a feed and tack storage. Just like you have a place where you keep food for other types of pets, horses need a place to keep their feed and tack. A closed environment that keeps things like your food and saddle out of harsh weather conditions is important. Although many people use just a covering, I highly suggest some type of enclosed tack and feed room. Number 5 is a wash rack. Having a designated washing area for your horse with a solid platform to stand will make grooming more easy for your horse and more pleasurable. Keep in mind that you will need some type of drainage for the area so the water won't puddle. Number 6 is a place for the farrier and vet. One of the biggest parts of horse care is going to be from the farrier and the vet. In most cases, the farrier and the vet can make do in almost any environment, but uneven ground surface and muddy environments can make their jobs much harder and much more dangerous. By having a designated area with an even cement surface, you not only help make their job easier, but you also improve the quality of their work by being able to examine the horse and its feet on level ground. When the farrier trims or shoes a horse, they're able to analyze the feet and make much more accurate adjustments when seeing the horse standing square. In addition, if a vet needs to come out to take an x-ray, this area will be vital to their success. Not only should you think about providing something to tie to and the even ground surface, but it's also important to think about vehicles coming in and out of your property. There should be solid ground so vehicles don't get stuck and have enough room to exit. Well, that's it for our list. I know I didn't go into too much detail, but these are the basics that'll help make sure you have an amazing facility for your horse. Horses are expensive, but if you do the things the right way, your experience with them will be completely worth it. I hope that you like this video and leave us a comment with the type of facility you have or things that you think that can make the facility better. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to hit the like button, share our video on your social media, and subscribe to our channel, and hit the alert button to get notifications when we release new content. Thanks for watching, and be sure to catch our next episode of this series on Before You Buy a Horse. Thanks again.